Oh,
Let's get it.
What's up? What's up, guys? It's the Fantasy Gods GawdsCast. Dan Norgard, Justin Henry, Isaiah Clay, man. Let's go. What's up, guys? How you guys feeling? Let's go.
Yes, sir. In the building, ready for this God's matchup we got coming, my dog. We here.
I'm
Week
ready.
16, baby. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
It had to
baby.
happen that
Let's
way.
get
It had to
Hey,
happen.
You know what? It had to happen. I mean, either it was going to be one of the four. I mean, going to win the ship. We're going to go to the ship either way. But the league needed us to play each other because we don't want to both be in the championship. That would look kind of suspect, right? We don't want to be claimed like we're cheaters or nothing. So, man, this is great.
We got to give these other dudes a chance, bro. Because if it would have been me and you in the finals, dog, they would have never came back. Nobody wants to challenge the gods. What is it? What is it about the gods? Nobody wants to challenge us.
Nobody
wants to challenge us.
Nobody wants to challenge us. It's incredible. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. Man, we got everything for you guys today. So check in with us on TikTok, man. You guys got questions. We're going to go ahead and answer them. Look, let's do a recap. Justin, what was your biggest takeaway this last week? What did you see? What did you like?
Biggest takeaway from this week is that fantasy football is so unpredictable. There's no way that, like, if you are invested in this, that's fine. If you really care about fantasy football, I love fantasy football, but it's not everything. And there's so much luck involved that you don't got to take this too serious, man. If you make the wrong start decision, the wrong ad drop, like, don't take it out on yourself. Don't be so mad. It's going to be a little humiliating. Your boys are going to make fun of you. You're going to have to deal with the L till next season, but get over it, man. You're going to be playing fantasy football for a long time. I've seen a lot of shit in my day. A lot of it has to do with who's healthy, if you've been doing the right moves throughout the season, and if you don't panic. Like, that's really what it comes down to. So over the course of it all, man, don't even sweat it.
Don't panic.
Exactly.
Don't panic.
Here's my thing on that. Here's my thing on that. If you haven't been screwed in fantasy football, you just haven't played long enough. Because to be honest, you're gonna have those games where the dude didn't catch, or your best player is out on IR. Right this year, you got COVID crap. Like, I mean, all of that stuff matters. And coming into week 16, you just want healthy players. Like, you don't even need them to be like superstars. You just need the guys that are going to be on the field, because now you're starting guys that you didn't even think about week one drafting. Like, there's running backs that you've never heard of. There's guys that are getting signed to 10-day contracts. It's a crapshoot. It's a luck box. And so if you're still here, if you're in week 16 and you're going to the semis, then set your lineup with your guys, trust them, and, talk your talk, and then hopefully you'll be on the other side in that championship weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, in the playoffs, you have to battle everything, and this year you're battling way more. You're battling injuries, you're battling matchups, you're battling COVID. I mean, it's just you're hit all around. This is crazy. So, Devin Hanley from TikTok, man, rough week, lost by 0.9. 0.9, so that's 10 yards. 10 yards.
It's one catch.
It's one catch, exactly. If you're in PPR, one catch. Unbelievable. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. It happens. But if you're on TikTok, follow us on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's get your questions answered. Go, man. Let's go, man. We're out here for you guys. This is free. We're doing you guys a service. We're trying to get you guys to win. So
they slacking, man.
They slacking, man. We out here answer. Hey, give us some questions. We got the answers. Look, Justin, what did you think about Kelsey, man? He was the top performer last week. What do you think about this dude? I know you got him in the Gods League. I want him to play. Look, selfishly. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want him to play. I want you at your best. I don't want any excuses when I whoop you this week. So what do you think about Kelsey? Is he back? Is he ready to roll throughout the playoffs? Obviously, COVID, let's take that out the way. Talent-wise, did we lose anything? Is he back? Did he cement himself as the number one tight end?
Well, I think Kelsey, you got to put him in either number one or number two. It's 1A, 1B. If you got Kittle ahead, you got Kelsey ahead, it don't matter. Those are the two cream of the crop tight ends. So you got him. Just know if he's healthy, he's going to give you elite numbers. As far as him playing this week, I think you just need to have a backup plan. If he does not play, I would just err on the side of caution, pretend that he's not going to play. So be aggressive tonight with waivers and go get somebody that can at least help you get you a solid 5 to 10 points. There's not too many options out there probably right now.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, before you go on, put some respect on my man Mark Andrews, bro. Like, don't just be disrespectful. My man's top
Mark
10 in receiving
Andrews.
yards.
Right.
Let's go.
Hey man, fighting. Didn't he have something going on earlier in the summer? He was kind of health reasons. I think he had something going on, but great to see him come back from that. Go forward. He is kind of that. He was and really still is that number one passing option in that offense. I mean, Marquise Brown kind of had that early on season, but it was kind of Mark Andrews all the way. Probably getting double teamed early on. Marquise Brown kind of taking defenses over the top, but Mark Andrews is back. Great dynasty asset to have if you guys play in dynasty. And so I know we got TikTok followers, man. Come on, man. Ask the questions. Why you guys shy? Let's go. Ask the questions, man. Look, we're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. You guys can follow us.
Hey, we on Twitter
Twitch,
too, bro.
And
we all over,
and
man.
Twitter. We got it all, man. Follow us there. It's live, man. We got Justin Henry, Isaiah Clay, and myself. We got all three of the gods here. What more do you need? So
and there's one thing too I think we should get into, man, is who are we picking up this week? Obviously, with COVID kind of impacting a lot, there's a lot of injuries last week. Some players that really need to be on guys' radar. Obviously, Ronald Jones is the one that everybody's talking about. But another Buccaneer that could have a big day or a good impact is obviously Tyler Johnson. We need to be making, if you are a slight receiver, obviously with Tyreek Hill potentially being out, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, there were some massive injuries for fantasy managers last week. Tyler Johnson has to be on your radar as far as receivers because it's very thin when it comes to available wide receivers on free agency right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. And I'm going to throw another name in the hat. I really like Duke Johnson in that Miami offense. I know that it's not great, but we're at the end of the year where we just want healthy guys, and Myles Gaskin just doesn't look like he's getting it done, man. And they're giving him the opportunity on the goal line. So if at nothing else he gets a goal line touchdown, that's progress to me.
Yeah, I'm definitely fading Duke Johnson. I'm not touching him, man. This is semifinals, dude. I mean, this is life and death at this point for fantasy, man. Why are we rolling out guys like that? I'm not doing that.
If you lose a running back, this is week 16. There's not many options.
I'm fading Duke Johnson. I think Myles Gaskin was just a little – he was coming off of COVID. They had somebody else that could get some carries. Duke Johnson to me is a 16-team plus option. At flex at best.
Absolutely. We got some questions rolling in for TikTok. Andy, what's going on, man? Okay, so we got Sony Michel, Hunter Renfrow, or Michael Pittman. Who you got and why?
Renfrow. It's not even a question. I mean, he has solidified himself.
He said. Clay going Renfrow.
I mean, the guy has solidified himself as the number one passing option in that offense. I mean, it's just – I can't fade Renfrow at this point in the season.
Love it.
Yeah, I got to piggyback off that. Hunter Renfrow's the guy. I think that they were probably just riding the hot hand with Sony Michel last game. Let Henderson get healed up. Pittman to me has just been too up and down the trust right now in a must-win matchup. Give me all day, Hunter Renfrow.
Love it. All right. Next question. Jeff Wilson, Sony Michel, James Conner, pick 2. I think the obvious answer is going to be Jeff Wilson, very healthy in a workhorse role. But Sony Michel, he come off a big game. Henderson's kind of getting healthy. And then Conner coming off this ankle, and Edmonds is already healthy. Who you got?
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, I'm still rocking with Conner on this one. I know he didn't play well last week. Chase Edmonds is back. Jeff Wilson does look like the guy in San Francisco, so I'm not mad if you go that direction. But to me, plush matter, I want to say they're playing Indy this week, right? Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals playing Indy.
Yeah, so that's actually a tougher matchup if you're looking at just as far as for running backs in general. But I think that the Cardinals without DeAndre Hopkins are going to be looking for somebody in the red zone. It's going to be James Conner.
Absolutely.
All right, so look, Jeff Wilson, James Conner, run it. See and check back with us Sunday night. See what happens. Here we go. All right, Swift, DeAndre Swift, or Chase Edmonds? Who you got?
Wow.
I think that's a good complementary type player. But to me, if Swift is available, if he's healthy, if they're going to fire him up in week 16, coming off that injury, I'm going to fire Swift up because they're not bringing him back if he's not ready. So I really don't like Chase Edmonds in a 1B type role. I don't know if he's going to get enough targets or even red zone to solidify his skill. So If Swift plays, I say fire him up.
Yeah, firing up Swift over Edmonds. Swift, Michelle, or Patterson. I'm going to go with Swift and Patterson on that. Quick hitters. Connor in the game. Why is he asking for help? Come on, man. What's going on? DJ Moore or Hollywood Brown? Why is he asking for help? Go with the worst guy. I don't want to see you win. No, I'm just kidding. Look. At the end of the day, you still want our help. It's good. You are in the top four in the Fantasy Gods League. You asking the gods for help? Man, come on, man. You already know what you need to do, man. But it's DJ Moore.
Tell Connor he already got
Connor. Tell Connor I said it's good. Start them both.
Start them both.
Hey,
Justin said start them both.
Tell Connor he already got his blessing for the year. I beat Justin. That was his blessing for the year. He got his bye.
Clay got your blessing. All he can ask for. Beat Justin out of the bye. Got an easy one in round 1. Man. So and then on top of it, Justin got to go against me in round 2. That hurts.
Another easy matchup.
All right. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Pick 2: Higgins, Montgomery, Russell Gage. I feel like this is an easy one. I'm fading Russell Gage. What do you guys got?
I'm right there with you. I'm fading Russell Gage too. I feel like he's been playing really well. He's the hot commodity, and I can't knock his production over the last few weeks. But give me David Montgomery and T. Higgins in that one.
All right.
I'm going opposite. I'm gonna actually go against you guys. I really don't like Montgomery. I don't like the offense. I'm gonna go Higgins and I'm gonna go Russell Gage. I just don't see anything. Chicago to me is too up and down. His red zone ability is just going to be limited. Give me Higgins and Russell Gage for the upside.
Higgins and Russell Gage. Wow. Okay. McTom, I, Clay, don't know who the players are. He's Googling as we speak. Wow.
Tom throwing shots in the grave.
God damn. Where is that guy? I'll never see him.
He doesn't even watch football. He's in the country, bro. He's riding horses and doing country shit. Nobody knows what he does, bro.
Tell Tom to hop over to YouTube so you can get some real
answers. Hop over to YouTube, ask us some questions. We got you, man. Get on there. Okay, let's go back to YouTube. Back to Twitch. AB Hunter Renfrow in full point PPR. Wow. AB coming off this suspension, weird COVID vaccine card. I don't know what the heck he's doing, but we know how talented AB can be and no Godwin. But then you got Hunter Renfrow, who's been doing it all along. Who you guys got?
I'm not fading Renfrow. I'm not fading him. Give me all of Renfrow. I know AB. I know what he can do. His ability. He's a good player. But give me Renfrow here. I feel like I can trust him. I feel like his floor is a little bit higher. So give me Renfrow.
You know, I like AB in this spot. I think obviously with all the injuries, but I'm still going with Renfrow. AB obviously coming off of a few games of not playing, but then also he's dealing with the ankle too. So you got to keep that in mind. Obviously, they're probably going to rely a little bit more on Ronald Jones, Gronk. I think Tyler Johnson gets in the action. For me, it's not necessarily a fade for AB, but more so Renfro's been balling. Why would you bench him for AB? So it's more of a strong case of you have probably a top end wide receiver 2, back end wide receiver 1 on your roster with Renfrow. Why are you benching him?
Yeah, absolutely. Who's got them both against Justin? It's me. Let's go. We're going crazy. All right, back to TikTok. All right, real quick. Let's see. Should I start Jared Cook or Hunter Henry this week? I think you got to go Hunter Henry. He's been a touchdown machine with the Patriots, kind of solidifying himself as the safest option. And when they're in the red zone, obviously your rookies, quarterbacks like to target the tight ends. What do you guys think? Is Mike Williams a start with possibly no Eckler? Do we like Mike Williams? Are we fading Mike Williams with no Eckler? What are we doing with Mike Williams?
I will take this. I'm fading Mike Williams in most formats. I mean, I know he has the big upside, but his floor is just too low for me to be able to fire him up in week 16 and feel comfortable. I just don't feel comfortable starting him. Unless you didn't have another receiver that you felt comfortable with, I don't trust Mike Williams in this position.
Okay, I think Mike Williams, you got to start Mike Williams. Like, you're not going to bench Mike Williams right now, even with Eckler out. Like, to me, he's part of your lineup at this point. He's probably the best option you have, unless you're just gambling on somebody off of waivers or deep on your bench. I don't think there's too many fantasy managers with a better option than Mike Williams. If so, drop it in the comments. But for me, I feel like you have to play him almost, unless he's a flex option. You can start a running back instead.
All right,
let's start Russell Gage over him.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah, I probably still go Mike.
Clay
Will.
says fade Mike Williams.
Will
Justin says play Mike Williams. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Justin went farther in the Fantasy Gods League, so take the acknowledgement.
One league. Didn't he get beat by me?
Ooh.
He got beat by me, right?
Gosh. On the way out.
Okay.
On the way out.
You got them pride wins.
On the way out. Back to TikTok real quick before we answer this YouTube question. You guys start AB or Brandin Cooks if Brandin Cooks plays?
Brandin Cooks is out. COVID.
He is out right now. He's out. True.
He's out.
I probably would still play AB over Brandin Cooks. I just like the upside, even if Brandin Cooks plays. Back to YouTube. James O'Shaughnessy at the Jets with the Jags, or Hunter Henry versus Buffalo. Clay, who you got on that one?
This is pretty easy. I'm gonna go Hunter Henry. James O'Shaughnessy. I mean, he was hurt for a large portion of this year. The offense in Jacksonville is just atrocious, to say the least. And the upside is so low. I mean, what do you expect James O'Shaughnessy to do? Give me Hunter Henry in a matchup that I feel like is going to be, in some ways, maybe not a shootout, but it's going to be a battle. So give me Hunter Henry.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Let's go back to TikTok, man. What's going on? I'm thinking about starting Gage over Jamar Chase. Are we doing that, guys?
Look.
I know. And
it is fantasy playoffs right now, guys. It's not time to get cute, okay? Russell Gage is a very good player.
He said Gage has been consistent, bro. Gage has been consistent, bro. That's what he said. Gage has been consistent,
for how long? For 3 weeks? Yeah, we've seen Russell Gage come in 3 weeks. One of those weeks, Cordell Patterson was out. So obviously they're trying to look to get him involved, right? But at the same point, it's Atlanta. It's the Atlanta Falcons. You're going against – you have a much more explosive offense with Cincinnati, and you really going to leave Jamar Chase on there for a 15, 20-point game? For Russell Gage, who's probably going to be – unless he gets a touchdown, he's probably going to be somewhere in that 7 to 10 range. You really leaving Jamar Chase on your bench for that? I know it's Russell Gage. He's the hot commodity. He's all the talk. But we're not starting him over Jamar Chase, man.
Okay, so we don't get too cute in the playoffs. Gage over Jamar Chase. Play the Lord Chase, man.
I like Gage, but I couldn't see myself starting him. And I think when you're in that kind of situation, you just have to look at the talent, like who is a better talent, and trust the talent to get you over the top.
Yeah,
bro. So here we go. Let's go. Jamar Chase's last 3 games. So obviously they're looking at last week, right? They're looking at 4 targets against Denver, only 3 yards. So we got one point. Before that, we're talking 25 and 10, right? 25 and 10 were his last 2 games. We pull up Russell Gage, you're going to be like, oh, okay, well, Russell Gage, he's had such a better, better stretch of games over the last 3 games. Oh shit, hold on a second. Over the last 3 games, we saw Russell Gage last week. He went off last week. But he had 23, 10, 22, and 18. So we're looking at these last 4 games is like, okay, this is his production. Going up against it, he's got a nice spot against Detroit. But for me, I'm not benching a guy, Jamar Chase, with that kind of upside to give me 25, 30 on any given week.
Yeah, I feel it.
Agreed.
Yeah, Russell Gage has kind of dominated the last couple of weeks, but I can't. I gotta fade him, man. I can't do it.
I get the one to put him in. You're like, hey, Russell Gage has been playing well, but Jamar Chase isn't the kind of guy you bench him for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you didn't have, if that wasn't the opportunity, if that wasn't the change, then I'd be all start.
I think he's more. Gage. I think he's more likely to bust than Jamar Chase in a 1-win.
And I mean,
game.
Denver's got a tough secondary. I mean, what did you expect him to do?
Right?
So it's tough.
Surtain was all over that, dude. Back to TikTok. What do you guys think about Justin Jackson? If Austin Eckler does not play, do you like Justin Jackson?
Absolutely. I definitely, I mean, especially when you're talking about week 16 and the running backs available, right? So, I mean, you saw a guy last week, even when Eckler played, he had 13 carries and 86 yards, plus the catches. So to me, if you have a guy like that that's going to get a full workload, you got to propel him to at least low-end RB2, RB3, especially in a position where if your running back got hurt, if your Leonard Fournette is down, if your Swift is on the mend, if Mixon is not able to go. I mean, these are the type of players that you need to get for this week that can save your week. So if he's available, if Eckler doesn't go, I think Justin Jackson is a must start.
Plush matchup against Houston. Fire up Justin Jackson in your flex spot. I ain't mad at you. Hopefully you have better options and he can just show on your bench. But for me, Justin Jackson, if you have no other options, your running backs are banged up, fire away.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Justin Jackson is probably more so if you have waiver free agent money, if you have a spot on your bench, go get him because the Eckler owner is probably in the playoffs. I mean, Eckler has been a stud all year. He's probably got you to the playoffs, and the Eckler owner is probably panicking, needs that backup last minute. Go take him, get that advantage out the way. So go with that one. Another question from TikTok: Mike Williams, CD Lamb, Deontay Johnson, or AJ Brown. 4 out of those, pick 3. I think I'm fading Mike Williams. Give me
Mike
all
Williams.
Yeah,
the
fade Mike Williams. Easy.
Give me
Made
Deontay and give me AJ Brown. I think we're all in consensus there. Moving on. Another TikTok. What are your thoughts on the Ravens QB situation? Lamar a start, or is Huntley going to go off again? Are we fading Lamar if he starts coming off the injury?
Go ahead, Dan. Answer that one.
I'm not fading him. I'm playing him. Look, he got me where he needed to go. If he's not 100%, then I just live with that. He's a superstar talent when it comes to the quarterback position. For fantasy, he should dominate in this game. I like that he had the week off. I'm glad that he didn't play, to be honest with you, because one, I'm on bye. I don't need him. But 2, I don't like when players try to play through these injuries. Like, take the week, because especially ankles, man. Take the week and get 100% so that when you get to the next one, you can go. It's kind of like this Mixon thing. I'm glad we're seeing that he's trending in the right direction. He practiced today on Wednesday, which is incredible. We don't normally see guys with injuries on Sunday practice on Wednesday. It's usually Thursday. They get a day off on Wednesday, and then they practice on Thursday limited, and then they return to a full practice on Friday. That's typically how it goes, but we got Mixon practicing on Wednesday, so I think he's good to go. He's going to be fine. But Lamar Jackson, we want to see him practice tomorrow limited, and then hopefully return to a full practice on Friday, and that way we kind of know how Lamar goes. But, yeah, I'm not fading Lamar Jackson, man. He's a superstar. He's
Put in Huntley.
So let me follow up with this, Dan. If you don't have Lamar, if Lamar does not play, who is your backup?
I'm obviously on waivers. We're going to see what I can get off waivers first and foremost. For me, I'm probably just going to roll with there's a couple bench guys that I'm okay with over the quarterback. If I don't get Hundley or whatever, I know people are going to be getting him either way. But for me, it's not about that. If they want to waste a roster spot on that, that's up to them. I'm not going to go against that. I just think that I have on my bench in that super flex spot, I feel like I have that spot taken care of either way, whether or not Lamar plays or not. I'm hoping that he plays. He took the week off. We're hoping that he plays because if he plays, great. If he plays, then anybody that picked up Hundley is just wasting a roster spot. Congrats. You just wasted your free agent money or your waiver order or whatever that is. But hopefully he plays. He's trending in that direction, but who knows? We never know with these. Plus the Ravens. The Ravens are trying to get in the playoffs, man. So they're going to do whatever they need to do with Lamar, shoot him up, cortisone.
It doesn't look like they're trying to.
And you made a good point, Dan, because a lot of fantasy managers right now are going through the same thing as everybody else. They're going through injuries or COVID. One of the two has impacted a lineup. So to try to play defense right now, you have to make sure you got a rock solid starting lineup and you're injury proof for your next matchup. Because if you try to play too much defense and prevent the guy from getting Huntley, or maybe you're trying to prevent the Leonard Fournette manager from getting Ronald Jones, you're playing too much defense. You're not going to have enough offense left for the rest of the year. Ronald Jones is an okay player because he'll be there. But going and getting Justin Jackson, going and getting Brett Hundley, going and getting just all these guys to fill your bench just to play defense is not always a smart strategy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play to win, not to
not lose. Exactly. Play to win. Do we know who this is? JWJ. I'm like drawing a blank, man. He's asking me, is JWJ a worse?
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Jeff Wilson Jr. There it is. Thank you. Jeff Wilson Jr. I'll answer the question. Yes, he's a worthy start. Elijah Mitchell's out. Jeff Wilson, they're going to ride him. Titans are average to above average defense, but I still think with the touches, you can put them in your flex RB2s in that range. What about DeAndre Swift? We answered that question earlier, but DeAndre Swift, look, if he's healthy, DeAndre Swift is a superstar talent at the running back position. I liked him. Okay, I'll get you, Justin. I've liked him to a Kamara 2.0. That's where I like him. Catches the ball, he's going to get a lot of targets. But they do got Jamal Williams healthy coming back. He may have some issues. Justin, You said you're fading him. Give me the reasons why.
Yeah, I mean, in last week, we saw Ronald just come in there and kind of tear shit up, man. And to be honest, I think he's carved out, whether it's a smaller role or maybe a half, until Swift gets back up to speed, somewhat of a 50-50, 60-40. He's carved out some type of spot in this next game. Week 16, we're going to see him on the field. And so when you start to me, it seems more like a committee approach. We can easily work back in Swift. I know you'll look at Dalvin Cook. When you play your guys, they have the chance to 30 bomb, 40 bomb. I get it. But with a guy like DeAndre Swift, who's been kind of banged up all year, Lions aren't really playing for anything. This seems more like a work him in type game as opposed to like, hey, we need to feature him type game. To me, I'm fading DeAndre Swift just because it looks like a committee approach, at least for the week there in Detroit.
Yeah. Clay, what you thought?
I could see both sides, but I'm not fading Swift. If they start him, if they run him, I'm going to play him. I mean, I don't see them saying, "Hey, we're going to start you to only like limit you." I mean, this guy's he's been hurt basically for 3 weeks since Thanksgiving, I believe, with a shoulder, and so to bring him back, they have to trust that he is ready to go, and to bring him back week 16 for a team that's 13-1 or whatever they are. It has to mean something, and it has to be for him. Like if he's ready to go, I'm firing up DeAndre Swift because that's what you drafted him for. You got to trust your studs to stud. So if DeAndre Swift is playing, I'm starting him straight up.
Start Swift from me and Clay. Fade Swift from Justin. Let's answer this question off of YouTube. Bills defense, they go against the Patriots on the road at New England, or the Niners on the road against the Tennessee Titans. Who do you like and why, Justin?
You know where I'm going with this, bro. Niners all day. I'm picking Niners. This is Justin versus Dan week. Niners versus Bills. Man. I'm not even giving an explanation. It's Niners all day, baby.
All right. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. You know the Bills need revenge, baby. You know the Bills need revenge. The Colts exposed Mac Jones. Man, so
we're gonna talk about exposed, huh?
Exposed.
You want to throw the word exposed? When we talking Bills versus Pats?
Yeah.
You sure you want to talk about the word exposed?
Hey, like I said, the Bills got exposed on the ground game.
46 runs exposed.
It was bad. But you know what? We're coming back. We're gonna win the game. We're gonna win the game. We're gonna win the game.
We don't talk about that Buffalo run game, bro. Just be careful with it. If you start the Bills defense, be careful with it.
All right. So, all right, going back to TikTok, Gronk or Pitts, man? Who do you like? Gronk with possibly no Mike Evans. He probably will play, but definitely no Godwin over the middle. Now you got AB coming back. Does that affect Gronk? Do we like Gronk? Or do we got Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts, man, we're just waiting on that. We're waiting on that game. He had a great game against the Jets, and then he's just like kind of average. Like he's doing crazy numbers for a rookie tight end, man. Kyle Pitts is, I think did he break or is he close? He's close to the yards, right? For all-time rookies. Yeah. Jeremy Shockey was the number one guy. He's close. And did we not call this earlier? We said that he was going to be that guy. I mean, again, tight ends, he's very young. Tight ends take a long time to break out. Do we like Gronk or do we like Pitts? Where are we going? Clay, answer this question. Gronk or Pitts? Who you got?
It's in a week 16 matchup, I think something like this, if you've been riding Gronk for most of the year or you've had him, it would be hard for me to fade him here. I do like Pitts, but give me the Gronk for the upside. I think especially without Godwin, his number one target, and you got, Mike Evans kind of on the mend. Give me the guy that he trusts. Like Brady trusts Gronk no matter what. So I know I said this last week, but that was just a bad matchup for them. But I'm not fading. I'm not fading.
Give me Gronk. I think he was going through. Let me get back to Justin real quick. Are you guys on Twitch? Yes, we're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter, man. We're on everything. Go follow us. Come over from TikTok. Go give us a follow. Go see what we got. Justin, Isaiah, myself. You get to see the whole live. Go follow us on Twitch. So thank you guys for tuning in to TikTok. But go over to Twitch, YouTube, where you see the whole live. And we got questions. You got questions. We got answers. Go post it up. Guaranteed to get your stuff answered on YouTube and Twitch. So Justin, sorry, real quick, 10 seconds. Gronk or Pitts? What do you got?
Oh, yeah, I'm not fading Gronk, especially with the passing options for the Buccaneers banged up. Give me Gronk over Pitts all day in this one. I love Pitts. Give me Gronk.
Cool. I like Pitts as well, but we're going Gronk. When we're fading Pitts, go Gronk. So Smooth C,
Smooth was good, fam.
What's
Was
going
good,
on,
fam.
man? Should we be concerned about Darrell Henderson with Sony Michel obviously playing well? What do we like? Are we fading Darrell Henderson this week, even if he plays, even if he starts? Are we fading Darrell Henderson?
Yeah, it's quick fade for me. It's not necessarily a talent. We saw Sony Michel have an impact. It looks 50-50 to me at best, 50-50 until Darrell Henderson is fully recovered. So for me, I'm looking for other options if I have them. If you don't have any other options, I know options are limited right now. Feel free to fire them up, but it's more of a 50-50 decision to me than it should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glad to see you, but not Justin's Lakers hat. Get that Lakers stuff out of here. We don't want to see that. Lakers, man. Lakers.
Hey, we'll be back,
man.
baby. We'll be back. Just getting started.
All right. Just getting started. Let's see. Back to TikTok. Do I start Jeff Wilson tomorrow or sit him and wait to see if Swift plays? Ooh. I'm going to probably go with the guaranteed. Go start Jeff Wilson. Don't wait on Swift. And with Jamal Williams possibly coming back at the same time, it just may not be in the cards. Give me the locked-in guarantee workhorse. Give me Jeff Wilson. AJ Brown or Tyler Lockett this week. Tyler Lockett has a week off, rested, healthy, but you got AJ Brown back from injury against the Niners, who Justin said play the Niners defense. What do we got? We got Lockett, who's Russell Wilson's best guy, or we got AJ Brown, who's a superstar talent coming off injury, going against good defense at home. What do you got, Clay? What do you like?
AJ Brown's been hurt for the last couple weeks. My thing is I don't trust him. Even when he was out there, he wasn't great. He had some good games, but he wasn't like the WR1 we drafted him to be. Give me Tyler Lockett and let him be Russell's number one target. I like him. I like his upside. So give me Lockett.
Okay. All right, Justin.
Yeah, we're gonna lock it again. How we had, the kid. You throw that motherfucker away and lock it up. Tyler Lockett on Thursday night. We got to rock it, man. Even though my Niners are going, they're gonna lock him up too. Or I'm sorry, they're gonna lock AJ Brown all the way up. So we're gonna go with Lockett for the Seahawks. Let's get it.
Okay, Tyler Lockett it is. All right, Gage or Brandon Ayuk. 10 seconds or less, Clay. Gage or Brandon Ayuk. I know.
I've been on Gage for the last few weeks, man. So I'm gonna roll with Gage, my guy. He's getting targets. He's getting opportunities. Give me Gage. I don't really trust Ayuk.
Cool.
His floor is too low for me.
Love it. TJ, man, what's up, man? Thanks for following us, man. Go to YouTube, go to Twitch, see Isaiah and Justin and myself. Obviously, you don't want to look at my crazy mug all day. Go over to YouTube and Twitch, man. Give us a follow, man. We love you, man. You're doing your thing over there. Let's go back to this question on YouTube. Thoughts on Sony Michel if Eckler cannot be able to go? Should I snag Johnson or Rojo? So Sony, Jackson, or Rojo? What are we thinking, guys?
Give me Rojo. Rojo all day, man. He has the most secure for the next 2 weeks. You need options. And so right now, there's nobody else really. Le'Veon Bell is not going to take Rojo's touches. Go with Rojo all day. Darrell Henderson could still be there for Sony. And then for Jackson, Eckler could be cleared. So you want to go with Rojo.
Love it.
Ditto.
Rojo.
I like that. The nod. We got, just ditto it sometimes. Sometimes it's all needed.
Last time I ever draft Mike Williams, man. I mean, at the end of the day, Mike Williams was. I mean, come on, man. He was like a wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5. I mean, you're lucky that you got out.
He is who he is.
Yeah. Should Rojo be used as RB1? Definitely not. He's definitely not going to be used as your fantasy RB1. Now, if you're he's going to be used as RB1 for the Bucks, but he's not a fantasy RB1. To me, he's a flex play RB1, RB2 at the max. Don't trust Rojo as your RB1.
This week, you're not playing him as a top 12 running back?
No, well, I'm not tempering expectations for Rojo. I'm not. No, hell no. I think there's 12 other running backs that are better. In my opinion,
I see him as mid RB2,
I think mid RB2 possibly RB1. If he goes higher, great. I'm not. That's not where I'm at with that one. Plus the idea of Le'Veon Bell, these older veterans, and it's just weird. It's a weird I'm not saying Le'Veon Bell is going to have an impact. I'm just saying that sometimes these things are just weird, man. That A lot of times the NFL just likes to give it to these veterans. It's just weird. So personally, I think you should run with Keyshawn Vaughn and just give him some touches. Like we need to see who he is. Like we
saw that last week.
I'm gonna tell you what killed it. I'm gonna tell you what
sometimes
killed
they
it.
need a little bit more than 1 week.
Brady threw him in the flat and he didn't catch it. He didn't like that, bro. I'm telling you, that is a problem. I'm telling you, they're not going. Keyshawn Vaughn is. There's a reason they signed Le'Veon.
Definitely hurts. Let's get back to TikTok and then we'll answer this Twitch question. Rapid fire, Justin, Lamar or Hill, man. Who do you got? Taysom. Got it. Taysom. Clay, real quick. Jeff Wilson or Amari Cooper? Who you got?
I'm going Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson over Amari Cooper. I'm going to answer this one. Amon St. Brown, Gage, or Ayuk. Give me Brown. He's been dominating the last couple of weeks. 12 targets a game. Give me Brown over all of them. I'm fading Russell Gage. Get the hell out of here.
Give me Gage, bro. Give me Gage. Get the hell out there.
Hey, okay. Last one real quick. Let's do it. St. Brown or AJ Brown? Who you got? St. Brown or AJ Brown?
St. Brown.
St. Brown. I'm on. Okay, here we go, man. AJ Brown, man, getting faded. I love it. All right, back to smooth, man. Are the Saints defense versus the Dolphins a better streaming option than the Colts defense versus the Cards? Wow, that's a tough one. If I had to answer that one, I'm probably going to go with the Saints. Two is kind of up and down, with Kyle. But I mean, I can't hate somebody that's going to start the Colts. They're looking so good right now. Ball control. Jonathan Taylor should run all over the Cardinals. And Kyler Murray without D-Hop is just not the same. What are you guys thinking, man? Are we going to go with the Colts on the road in that Arizona Dome against Kyler? Or are we going with the Saints defense against Dolphins? What do you got, Justin?
Yeah, I probably would look for a different option. The Colts defense to me probably is just a better defense overall. So I probably would go with them because I just feel like they're a better defense. They would outmatch the Cardinals without D-Hop. But there's also the threat there, the air raid offense, obviously. Kyler Murray can turn up at any moment. And obviously the downside is not there. The upside, is not there with the Miami offense. So the Saints are a decent start. I just don't trust them. So I would take the Colts or look on free agents and find somebody else.
Okay, Colts or free agents. Let's go. Even if Goff is out due to COVID, we still liking St. Brown?
Yeah, we'll have to see about that, man. I would probably fade him. If Goff is determined out, I'm fading St. Brown.
If Goff is out, we're fading St. Brown, man.
Agreed.
He's been awesome the last couple of weeks, but yeah, we need a decent quarterback.
Who's still trading in week 16? What's happening?
Trade Henderson and Michelle for Javonte Williams. Okay, so look, if you're in Dynasty, smash that deal. That's not even a question, man. Smash that deal because Akers should be coming back, should be taking over that role next offseason. But man, Javonte Williams, if we're able to trade, oh man, super tough. I'm probably gonna make the deal just because I like the upside in Javonte Williams. But this is the last 2 weeks. I'm assuming. How does it happen where you trading guys? I don't know, man. It's crazy. Let's move on.
Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger.
Maybe it's a keeper. Maybe it's a keeper type league. Where you get I don't know. Okay. Who knows?
5-point passing touchdown. So in between 6 and 4, the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. You got Burrow versus Baltimore or Tua versus New Orleans. I'm going to go with Burrow. I think that he knows the team he's playing against. He may not have Lamar to go against. Tom Brady looked like a fool against New Orleans, so I'm going to fade Tua. Give me Burrow in this game, man. What do you like?
I like your pick. I just all right. The thing with New Orleans and Tom Brady. No, I'm not.
Who do you want, bro? One or the other? Who do you got?
Pick a side,
bro. I'm about to. Can I explain? I'm just saying that New Orleans matchup with Brady was just story. When you have a division rival, it looks a little bit different. So I wouldn't expect the Saints to come in and blank the Miami Dolphins at all. So, but in this matchup, I'm definitely taking Burrow. I think he's the more consistent quarterback over the season. He's a better player. And the last time they played Baltimore, they sunned him. So give me the Burrow matchup pretty easily.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Give me Tua on Monday night, baby. Tua on Monday night. Let's get it against the Saints.
Goodness. Getting his stud and Waddle back. Man, let's go. Let's get it. Let's see what happens. I think we caught up on the questions, man. This is crazy. We caught up on the questions. So let's just go into it. who is your okay, let's go into it, man. What do we like? Who you guys like in this upcoming week, man? Who in these games do you like? Let's kind of just break down. Let's do some picks, like pick'ems, right? So if you guys are joining us for the first time, we've done pick'ems, and us three are in the top 7 out of all the teams that join us in our pick'ems, man. The gods are in the top 7, man. It's great. All 3 of us are in the top 7. So let's go with the first one, man. Niners and Titans. I'm gonna fade Justin because I already know what he's gonna take. But Clay, who do you like? The Tennessee Titans or the Niners, man? In this game, I'm not gonna do any spreads. Let's just do like straight pick 'em. Who do you got?
I like the Niners. I think they've been rolling really well. They've identified themselves as a run-heavy team. And Jimmy Garoppolo, to be honest, he's been looking good the last couple of weeks. He's been taking care of the ball. He hasn't made any bad decisions, and they've trusted their run and their defense. So give me the Niners in a Thursday night matchup.
Okay. Justin, the Cleveland Browns or the Green Bay Packers? Is this a smash like Green Bay is going to win guaranteed? Are you betting on money line Green Bay?
Yeah, if it was money line, I'm going Green Bay. If it's the points, though, give me Cleveland because I'm assuming it's probably about 5.5, 6 points. Just a guess. But Cleveland to me is probably going to be coming out hungry. They're probably mad that they lost last week, and to me, I feel like it would be a good cover spot for the Browns.
Cool. I'm going to take one more Colts and Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Colts, man. They're just going crazy. Give me the Colts over Arizona, even though it's at home. Man, I just can't fade Jonathan Taylor, and what they're doing on defense is just incredible, man. Rooting for the Colts. They started 1-4 or 1-5, man, battled their way all the way back to now a chance at the playoffs, man. So love the Colts in that game. All right, back to YouTube. Would you start AJ Brown this week? I lost Eckler. I need high upside with a solid floor. For me, yes, absolutely. I'm going with that. Tannehill needs his toy back. Go get AJ Brown and start him in that game. We'll go to the next question here. I'm not sure if you answered this question since the stream ended for some reason. I asked about the Saints defense or Colts defense. So we said go with the Saints overall, but if you have better options, man, fade those too if there's anything better. So sorry that the stream ended for some reason. We still live, man. We still out here doing our thing. What's your opinion on having to start teams, wide receiver, running back, and defenses in the same lineup? That's me. I've always faded that, but Justin or Isaiah, take this one. What's your opinion on doing those type of things?
Yeah, and I think this strategy it's based on the player, right? Because I've had that issue. I think I have that issue, or I had that issue with with the Saints players in Tampa last week. So I had Kamara and Taysom Hill with Tampa Bay defense. And I started all 3. And the reason why I did that was not because I thought, okay, I need to, I'm scared that one of them is going to make the other do bad. It more so was the fact that I knew if the game played out the way it's supposed to, I'd probably break even at some point. So to me, it almost limits your upside as opposed to giving you a super high floor or super low ceiling.
Yeah.
I would fade it if possible, but it depends all on the players.
Yeah, faded if possible. Depends on the players. Real quick, if Kelsey can't be cleared, do you got Everett or do you got Monroe?
Monroe, and I don't feel good about it.
Monroe, we don't feel good about it. We want Kelsey to play, man. We want them superstars in the game. Let's go. All right, might have to start Debo, Jeff Wilson, and Niners. That's what he was referring to. I don't hate that. I don't hate it at all, but I probably would fade the Niners, but I'm not fading Debo in any format ever. And Jeff Wilson, you may need it for injury, so I don't hate that one. I'm probably fading the Niners defense though. Would you start Miles Sanders, even though he's allergic to the end zone? God, I mean, if you're allergic, man, get the booster shot, man. Come on, man. He's got to get in the end zone. I mean, he is so close. He's exploded. I mean, we've been fading Miles Sanders all year. But man, he just needs to find that end zone. Does he find it this week, man?
I don't think he needs an end zone. I don't think he needs an end zone. He's been playing well enough to start even without the end zone. And to be honest, it feels like he's due. Like he might have one of them 2 TD games. So to me, it seems like Miles Sanders is no matter what, he's a lock. He's safe floor as it gets as an RB2.
Yeah. He plays the Giants, and the Giants are trash.
He's getting it. Yeah, if he starts, you got to fire him up.
Real quick, how do you predict kickers? You don't. Moving on.
We don't. No
We
kickers.
No kickers. Fade
No
all kickers.
kickers.
Is Pittsburgh a must start if Kelsey and Hill are both out? Mahomes is struggling, so as it is. So I think so. Are you starting the Pittsburgh Steelers defense if both Tyreek Hill and Kelsey are eliminated?
No, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Andy Reid's still on that side. They're going to find a way to score. I mean, Kansas City is going to find a way to score. He's got weapons. I mean, no matter Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still there. He's gonna find Robinson or Mecole Hardman. I mean, he just finds these players to get the. He's gonna put up points. I don't trust the Pittsburgh defense, and frankly, I don't trust the Pittsburgh offense to make it a game. So. I'll fade the Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, just piggyback on that real quick, Clay. Good point. This is one of those getting cute things. You're outthinking yourself, I think, and there's probably better defensive options out there, better matchups. I'm not targeting Pat Mahomes in Week 16 semifinals. Not doing it.
Yeah, can't do it. As cute as that is, just can't do it. Cannot.
Not saying
do
it
that.
Won't work.
But I mean,
it's a risk.
If at any time you think that Mahomes isn't going to do things. If both of those top two players are out, it would be that time. But again, this is your semifinals. You need to make the playoffs. We don't need to be cute about this because Mahomes can easily throw for 5 touchdowns to anybody. He is elite talent. QB position can make average players great players. Back to TikTok. Hollywood Brown, Ronald Jones this week. Who do we got in this one, man? I like Rojo, but who do you got?
I'm gonna go Rojo for the safe floor, and I'm gonna go Marquise for the ceiling for the upside.
Rojo for the floor and the ceiling.
Hey, no double-sided. All right. Is Hardman worth the flex if Hill is out? Is Mecole Hardman worth it if Hill is out? Well, we definitely don't want Hill out. If anybody want Kelsey out, because I don't got him in other leagues. But I think he could be a flex option. Definitely a wide receiver 4. I wouldn't play him if Hill was playing, but if he's out, wide receiver 4 is where I have him ranked. So if you have him wide receiver 3 or higher, do not play Hardman. Find a better option. Can't do it. Slade, Roto, or Damian Harris or Jamal Will. Who you got? I think I'm still going to go with Rojo, man. Damian Harris still coming off the injury. Like Ramondre Stevenson still doing good. He's there. He's kind of a pain in his side.
Ramondre's busted up too.
You know what's crazy though? I've been fading Harris all year, and he's been proving me wrong every time. I just gotta fade him again. So give me Rojo. Who do you guys got in that one?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. That's always saved me. Never trust a Pats running back. Period.
Facts.
Give me Rojo all day. Give me Rojo
all day. Rojo all day.
Yeah, Dan, and you made a point about Damian Harris that he's been doing well. Not really. He's been doing what we expect. He has his 60-yard no TD type games. In every 4 or 5 games, he has 102 TDs. That's it. And so for some reason, we're overrating Damian Harris coming off of an injury. He's not that trustworthy, even up against Buffalo, who we saw him destroy with the run game. I'm still not trusting Damian Harris. Give me Rojo all day.
Love it. Let's see. Yeah, we've kind of been answering all these questions, man. TikTok is giving us multiples of the same ones. So we're going to kind of – hey, guys, do you have anything you guys want to do, man? We got a few more minutes. We did all the questions here, man. What do you got?
I think it'd be a good idea. Why don't we just kind of take a look at this year, man? Like, talk about who is your biggest disappointment. Like, obviously, we came on – all of us had some pretty big takes earlier in the season, and – we haven't really covered this yet. We're in the fantasy playoffs, so I'm sure we're going to have to address this on the TikTok at some point. But who's kind of been your biggest disappointment? It doesn't necessarily have to be your worst player, but just the player that you thought for sure this was going to happen, and it just did not happen at all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Clay.
Me and Dan actually had this conversation earlier today.
Oh, my bad.
No. I'm just recapping, and we're just talking about it. But obviously for me, it was Calvin Ridley. I think I came into the season with a little bit his expectations really high, and I don't want anybody to injuries or mental health. That is all important. So get the help that you need and make sure that you get what you need for your life. But for fantasy purposes, it didn't work out for me. And another player is obviously Darren Waller. I think after that, 19 target game, number one, and 100 plus and a touchdown, it was hard not to think that he wouldn't be a top tight end, and he just wasn't that.
Yeah, I think for me it's still it's Saquon Barkley. I mean, we really loved him this coming out, and we never wish for injuries for guys, and to come back from injuries, it's super tough. And he's on a horrible offense, but I thought that he kind of has AP in him, where a horrible Vikings team, but he had the talent to overcome that. Like, that's what I wanted to see, and he only really had a good game. I mean, pretty much he was in the top 10 only twice in the games that he's played all year, and those were early on. He had a 94-yard total yard game with a touchdown, 126 yards with 2 touchdowns, but other than that, it was abysmal for the rest of the season. So to me, just very disappointed. Like, I love Saquon as a person, love Saquon as the talent. He just wasn't there, and where you had to draft him and where we were kind of hyping up, that was kind of our L. Like, we took the L there. Didn't take many L's this year, but we took that L, and we're just gonna have to live with it, man. But hopefully, he can come back and save us in these semifinals and final games.
I ain't ready to give up Saquon yet. This is what we drafted him for. We drafted him for this playoff time. Let's go. Saquon, we need 2 games out of you to prove everybody wrong. The one I've been kind of down on, and that really shocked me. I thought he was going to have a hell of a year, is Nick Chubb. Obviously, he was coming in on a contract year. They paid him early up front. So I was expecting, okay, he's on a contract year. To be honest, I was expecting like Derrick Henry type numbers, 1,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, like a really big season from Nick Chubb. And he's been mediocre. He's been pretty average. He looks more like Damian Harris than he does Derrick Henry this year. So to me, seeing Nick Chubb on a downward trajectory was really disappointing. I expected him to increase his workload and increase his production. Didn't see it this year.
Yeah, I absolutely love Nick Chubb. I think he's still fine. I just think for fantasy, he's just not getting what he wants. I mean, as a real football player, he's great. I love Nick Chubb. Did his thing against the Raiders. That's the Nick Chubb we know and love. But Connor's on here. He's saying A-Rob is definitely disappointment. A-Rob for that.
Man,
and then he said he told Justin to stay away from Saquon. He's laughing. Told Justin to stay away, man. My man Connor.
His war wasn't high enough, bro. His war wasn't
high enough. The war wasn't high enough.
He also recommended drafting Mike Davis in the 4th round.
You did recommend drafting Mike Davis in the 4th and 5th round. So gotta fade that one.
Hey, tell him to send my money when he's ready, bro.
Clay says send the money. Send the cash to Clay, man.
I'm glad I got paid out.
Any word on Tyreek Hill? No word yet on Tyreek Hill. He's probably not going to be cleared until at least Sunday at minimum. Maybe the NFL decides to move games back to Tuesday. Mahomes and the Steelers with Kelsey also on the COVID list. So we're hoping both these guys get cleared to play, man.
Slade, before we answer this, drop 4 names that are on your free agent list that you like.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get back to that question. Godwin out. And give me some questions. Yeah. Nick Chubb. Agreed. Yeah, exactly.
That earlier you said, Dan, you had another one where we talked about guys who surprised us, as we had guys that disappointed us. What guys this year, both you guys, who surprised you? Who did you draft like in the 8th, 9th round? Who you thought could have some upside, but they had a really, really big year?
Well, I mean, I think we touched on like the fact that I wasn't drafting him at all, but who surprised was Cordell Patterson. I mean, I think that we definitely faded Mike Davis. That was our whole spiel, and the whole summer we faded Mike Davis, and we were right. But I think who thought that Cordell Patterson was going to have this year? I mean, it's just unbelievable. He's just incredible. He's just an incredible person, and just to see it play out for fantasy is great. My man Omar said Jonathan Taylor. No, that he is not surprising. We knew it all along, man. What are we talking about, dude? I was not surprised about Jonathan Taylor. Okay, definitely not surprised about that. I think Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, these guys later rounds that you're picking up way later outside of the 10th round were huge surprises. Kupp, I don't think it was a big surprise. I mean, obviously his level of stats were big, but you're still drafting him in the 3rd, 4th round. So to me, like in the top 5 rounds, you can't really be surprised at what these guys do, because if they're good or just even above average, that's what you expected in the first 5 rounds.
Another guy that was kind of in like Corey Davis territory was Michael Pittman. I was kind of vouching for Michael Pittman, but I didn't expect to see the jump that we saw. Actually, I can say it was kind of expected, but to actually see it unfold was another thing. Michael Pittman to me was a guy that kind of jumped off as somebody I was really interested in that outperformed that.
Okay. So back to Slade's question. He said St. Brown, AB, OBJ, Gabe Davis, Gage, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so we got to replace Godwin. Who do you like? For me, if Heineke plays, I like Terry McLaurin out of all of them. I think that he has the biggest upside out of all of them. I think, is an elite talent at the wide receiver position. OBJ, man, I got to fade him. AB, coming off this suspension, I mean, who knows what his role is going to be? How healthy is he? I don't know. St. Brown's still dealing with, Goff. If Goff doesn't play, then St. Brown's an auto fade for me. Gabe Davis, hey, man, as a Bills fan, I like to see the ascending, talent, but man, and I'm fading Russell Gage every time. Can't do it. But Terry, man, he has wide receiver one upside weeks. Like, he can achieve that. Like, that's he can achieve it. Not saying that he will, but I think that he has that. Like, all these other guys, they don't have his upside to me.
If Heineke plays.
Yes.
If Heineke plays, I think, to be honest, I think I'd probably piggyback off that. The next one, if you're concerned about Terry McLaurin, AB seems like the next logical guess with Godwin being out.
Yeah,
agreed.
I'm with you there. AB or Keenan Allen this week? Man,
come on,
fading Keenan Allen, bro. Omar, we're not fading that. Like, no, I think that's automatic. We're all in consensus.
It's always Keenan. It's always Keenan
Allen. You know better than that.
You know better than that.
It's always Keenan Allen.
Or flex Claypool, Rojo, Singletary.
Rojo.
We like Rojo.
Easy.
Get Rojo. Okay.
Claypool's too up and down. Singletary.
Back to TikTok. I got Allen at QB. I mean, I guess you're already going to the championship.
I'm scared of that, bro. New England.
Should I start Dawson Knox or Kyle Pitts at tight end?
That's a good one.
What we got? Pitts.
Clay says Pitts. Why?
Why, Clay?
I just like him to be a target monster. Dawson Knox is his floor is a little too low for me. I don't particularly like the matchup in New England. Just give me Pitts. He's more of the number one option in that offense, so he's going to get the targets to solidify a better floor, and he's got better upside. So give me all of that.
All right, so Kyle Pitts it is, man, from Clay. Connor Gilbert was cooking though, low key. Gilbert. Ooh.
Garrett Gilbert.
I guess. Pass. Connor, go ahead us over on Twitch, man, and talk and give us some questions on Twitch and YouTube. Actually, sorry. Colin, man, didn't mean to click out. Goff is out. St. Brown, Gage, or Ayuk. If Goff is out, I'm still gonna go with Ayuk, man. Give me Ayuk, bro.
I'll go Gage now.
Quit sleeping on Gage, all right, bro?
Gage,
this is
bro,
a guy
I can't do it.
Dude, think about this. The Falcons have a terrible run offense. They got to pass. They have to pass the ball. Matt Ryan's going to throw the ball. I'm not fading Gage. Like, in this kind of situation, like, give me the Gage if Goff is out. I mean, Ayuk, he gets you 4 points, and that's a normal game.
Ayukin against the Lions. All right, Ertz or Freiermuth? Isn't Freiermuth coach?
Yeah, I'm gonna Ertz. Muth is coming off a concussion, right? I don't even know if he's gonna go. He's coming off that concussion from last week.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah. Okay. I think we kind of caught up, man.
Here we go.
Connor. Gage sucks, bro. This is why you missed the playoffs. Gage is trash.
Before you talk, send me my money. Because I don't want to hear nothing out of your mouth until my money comes.
Clay can't say anything but send the money.
Hey, Connor's the type to walk by somebody who's just like kind of quivering there, not all the way dead, and just in there. Clay, that's you.
Hey, we can't make all of our playoffs. I played in 8 leagues. I made the playoffs in 5. So, I mean, you can't cry about spilt milk.
Volume over perfection.
Man, okay. Who do I pick up if both are out? Is it? Are you talking about the Ertz and Freiermuth? So we got Uzama, Hunter Henry, or Cook. I'm gonna go Hunter Henry. I just think Henry might be the best play there out of all of them, actually. Even over Ertz and Freiermuth, I like Hunter Henry.
Give me the upside.
Najee disappointed last week. Should I replace with Chubb or trust Najee?
Damn, you got both
Chubb's
of them. How can you get them both in? How can you get them both in?
Man, what's that like?
To be honest with that one, man, I got a feeling Najee's kind of hitting some of that rookie wall. This is game number 15 for these guys. They're not used to playing that many in college. I can see Najee kind of being burnt out. He had a heavy workload to start the season too. So I probably would go Nick Chubb here just because Najee has been kind of tanking the last few weeks. And coming from me, I will always say Najee typically. But with an option like Nick Chubb, I think you can roll with them and be safe.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's your Pro Bowler. Najee's your rookie. Go with Nick Chubb. Connor, laugh my ass off. Have a Merry Christmas with that Mike Davis money. Don't spend it all in one place. Wow, man. Clay, what are we spending that money on, man?
I'm gonna take it and get a bottle and pour up with the gods.
Okay, little bottle action. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get a bottle and pour up with the gods.
Hey, man. Hey,
Connor's
got a tough task.
We gotta do a Christmas. So forever's watching. We gotta do a Christmas GawdsCast, man. We gotta get on, even though families are gonna hate us. We gotta do it, man. There's games on.
Yeah, there's games on, man. We got to do something. We got to be on the phone or something, man.
Hopefully, I won't be driving, but we'll see.
Oh man, that Christmas travel.
Oh no. Okay, I think we're gonna do one last question, and we're gonna head out. Amari Cooper or Rojo half-point PPR. I'm gonna go with Rojo, man. Amari Cooper's kind of just up and down. I like CD in the game. Kind of cemented himself as the alpha of the team, and we had a bet. Me and Justin had a bet with CD and Amari, and I kind of took the oppo bet because either way, I did the Clay, right. So
God, here we go.
If I won, then I got my money. But if I lost, CD did well, so my fantasy team did good. So I did the Clay bet on that one. I ain't gonna lie, but I knew all along CD Lamb was good, man. I knew all along.
Send me the CD money.
Saying that the money is coming, man. The money is coming. The season's not over, but the money's coming, man. We got some other money coming in. Am I going to lose? Probably. Mix in Connor. I don't know how the hell that happened. But I got some other bets coming in. Jonathan Taylor over Eckler, and my boy Doom wanted to bet me Tyler Boyd over CeeDee Lamb. Thanks for the cash, dog. I appreciate that.
Easy
Doom.
money.
Easy
Doom,
money,
what you
man.
doing, dog?
Didn't he pick Akers over Taylor?
He did.
Omar, man. Omar's about to get banned, bro.
Omar's
about to get banned from the chat bringing up that Bulls-Lakers game, bro. Come on, Omar.
Man, Omar, dog. Well, it's going to be the Lakers, man. Come on now. We're a California team over here. Let's go.
Hey, we, you know what I'm saying? We starting off a little slow. We're a little old right now, but LeBron ain't going to let the trade deadline go without making a major move.
Yeah, he's the GM of the team, so, of course he's going to do that. I'm going to end it right now. Last question. I'm going to end it out of here out of TikTok, man. Who are you drafting first overall next year? Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor? Of course we're going Jonathan Taylor, man. Come on, man. You already know what it is. Let's go. So we're ending the live on TikTok, man. We're going to end it here, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate you guys asking the questions. If you guys are still on live, I know you got 5 guys watching. Thanks so much for getting us. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on everywhere, man, especially in TikTok. Let's go. We got more content coming away. Peace, guys. Peace.